Okay, Saturday morning in the kingdom, and it's almost 9 o'clock. I pumped water up to the house, so it's Saturday night bath and treat night. Hopefully a local lady comes over to wash my back. Yes, at my age, I can't quite reach, after two fall down accidents this week. All right, so this morning we woke up to -6, but feels like -8. Yes, it's nice and warm out here, and no wind. On the yo-yo scale, +20 Fahrenheit, but feels like +17. Yes. Also, too, Amazon has my 24th book, which is an ebook only because it's a picture book on cat train photos. Yes, and it's free as an ebook from November 16th to the 20th. Yes, link in the description. I haven't learned how to do it in the end screen. Yes. Also, too, yesterday, only a couple people caught on that I was holding the skill saw and presenting it like the ladies from Price is Right. Remember that when you were sick at home from school and you're watching the Price is Right? Yes, and those ladies come out to display those items that everybody wanted to bid on, and they were full-figured ladies wearing bikinis. Oh my, the naughty thoughts we had back then. Yes. All right. And also, too, I'd like to thank everybody for the kind comments, kind words on the channel. Yes. That is true. Us old guys get no respect by the new generation, and that Mr. Lip Gloss is probably on his YouTube channel making fun of the old guy standing here holding a stick. But also, too, it's not my channel. Yes, it's not my channel. If it was my channel, we'd put a video up and nobody would comment on it. I'd have to comment on it myself, like one of those dick guys or whatever, dictator guys or whatever. But it's our channel. Yes, our channel. Because the YouTube subscribers, Kingdom followers, ask or post comments, we reply. Everybody is learning, including me. Yes, me. Because without the channel, I would have made a few mistakes in life. But where was everybody when I was saying I do? Yeah, that would have been a good one for everybody to post. Yeah, don't say I do. Don't get married again. What were you thinking? Yes. All right, let's scroll this way and see if we got some sunshine, which I doubt. Yes, it's overcast and warm. It's probably going to warm up and melt this snow. Yes, so there's no point in really plowing it. Well, the ground isn't frozen underneath, so all we'll be doing is plowing dirt like a farmer. All right, we got the wood stoves going. Smoke is straight up. I don't know. Hose shack chimney should be somewhere over here. The Swedish kid will point it out for me. And we have the loaders, or the shop chimney there, yes. We're in a low pressure system again. Like 20 minutes to boil a little pot of water to make 1 cup of coffee. Like you put the water on, go have a nap, or drink a beer, come back and the water's slowly boiling. Yes, unreal. So today the staff is coming over. We got to finish the second or the first quad, get it out of the shed or the hose shack, and then she can ride it while we figure out why the oil is white in the other one. It might have blown a head gasket or something, fell apart. I know that motor will be over $1,000 just for the crank, because we did one on the other one. It's just unreal. A money pit, like when you say I do. Well, I better go. Here comes the boss, even on a snow day. Unreal. Okay, still a nice day here in the kingdom, and we're going to have some fun in the snow, but not with the snow truck. We still have to work on it. Oh my, that time change screws us up. We lose so much production. All right, let's go in the hose shack here. Oh, look at that firewood. All right, it's toasty warm in here, which it always is. Even overnight, it was like 25 degrees in here. The dogs sure are liking this new wood stove. All right, so over here, drunk me or sober me or almost drunk or whatever, or almost sober me forgot to gasket cue the axle. All right, so I have to do it now and let it warm up and dry because the staff will need this afternoon. So okay, so there we got the gasket goo, the grease gun, and the brake clean. All right, let's take the flashlight here. All right, we've owned these quads. They're 2015. We've owned them for 10 years almost, as you'd say. We bought them brand new. The only axle boot that goes is this one on this side. The front ones on this side has never been changed. All right, so down in here, the little rubber split. So the first year of ownership or whatever, we were, terrible lighting. Yeah, just like in the bedroom. All right, so we were gasket gooing the crap out, changing out the axle. So it worked out to be about just under $200 Canadian getting them out of Florida. But that was back in 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19. I don't know what these axles are worth. We have new ones in stock or inventory. So 2 years ago, we put the gasket goo on and it holds. So the rubber splits, gasket goo, or pump it full of grease and gasket goo and keep going until it falls apart. But the thing is these machines are worn out. As you can see, everything is worn out. We don't do any off-roading or anything like that. They're just a disposable machine. That's all that you can say they are, okay? This one got stolen and I had it fully insured, but insurance means nothing in Canada. Yes, so that was pointless. So the insurance company actually charged me and I had to pay to get my quad back. Yes, after it was towed or all the preliminaries and everything like that. So my quad got stolen. I ended up paying close to $2,000 in impound fees, towing fees. And then the dealership actually had it to do the report for the repairs on it. And they charged me. Yeah, so what's the point of having insurance? It means nothing. All right, so we fixed this thing back up together. It's kind of not perfect. We had to change the motor out in it because, well, they destroyed it, joyriding it when it got stolen. So we don't care. So like when we changed the fuel pump, we just cut it there because these are disposable. Like we're not investing big money or anything like that. And those are the booger welds I did yesterday on the hood hinge. But those little cable things are broken. When the staff arrives with the other quad, we'll get the measurements off for the chain. Yes, the chain we put on them. We will be looking, if the money tree ever blossoms, we'll probably upgrade to something decent because Polaris, well, okay, if we actually use these as 4x4s in the wilderness to go to a cabin or anything like that, and they would fall apart. We are not using them like that. We're driving around like meta chairs, okay? Like the staff will be better off with a meta chair. Take these tires off and put it on a meta chair and she can go back and forth to town. And these things just fall apart. Like the electrical on it, the starting system, you just shake your head. It's always another problem, another problem, another problem. And the thing is we have so much inventory in the parts shed of new stuff that we bought back when the prices were cheap. You know, I could probably put those things on eBay and get my money back. All right, let's go check on the wood stove in the shop, and the staff should be here shortly with the groceries. Okay, me again. I forgot to finish the story. Okay, after I got it back from the, how would you say, insurance people in the dealership, I shipped it. I paid a fellow to take it to LaPlante, Manitoba, and that guy there just brutalized it. It was unreal what he did to this poor quad, and I paid dearly for it. And there was no quality in his workmanship. Like, even the hose down in here, that's the vent. I don't know if we can see it. He didn't even tighten the hose clamp. It came off. And then you have dirt going into the motor. That's one of the reasons why the motor kind of blew up. And over here, he changed out the axle on this side. He didn't put the lock nut or the cotter pin in the lock nut that holds that wheel on. So the staff is riding the quad around doing the mail and everything. And this wheel comes loose and eats up that brake caliper thing. All that had to be replaced. Like, I'm just unreal. So basically, these machines were $8,000, I think they were at the time, in 2015. By the time it was all said and done, and I paid that guy in the paw, yes, it was supposed to be a new cover on the front here, so that's how the fellow fixed it up at the time. I told him I wanted new. Well, I paid $5,000 for him to butcher this thing, and then I ended up spending another $2,000 fixing his screw-ups. Yes, and the best part is he's no longer in business. I don't know why. So I think that's pretty good. So that's the story of my life. I can't even take a vehicle to or a quad or anything to a dealership without getting screwed. Oh, that pink crew cab was unreal, taking it to the Chevy dealer in Thompson. I got screwed so many times there. It was unreal, just unreal. As soon as they see me walk in the door, that's it. Go get the lube because we're going to take all his money and screw him over. Unreal. But the thing is, these are disposable. We're going to be looking at something, and the YouTube comments and subscribers and the Kingdom followers were suggesting the Can-Ams or whatever, I think it was. So we're going to have to look at that when the money tree blossoms. But that's what I mean. We got screwed on this one big time. But that's why we refuse to ship anything out for repairs. We'll sooner do it here, fix it, screw it up, and then I pay myself to fix it again.
Saturday morning in WHO-ville. It's just after 10 a.m. and as you can see, it is still snowing out here a little bit, not as much as it was yesterday, but once the sun comes out, I'm sure all this will melt away. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's -4 degrees Celsius, which is 24 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. As you can hear in the background, the dog's already outside, so let's head inside and make breakfast. Then at 11 a.m. I'll go shopping. Almost 11 a.m. and I just got the quad out. Now I'll head back inside and grab my bags and go up and do some shopping and head over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. Just after 11 a.m. and I'm done shopping. I just stopped at the house to drop off the bread and stuff for 2 bags and a case of pop. It was $107. They are doing bingo at the store in WHO-ville here, so I got a couple bingo cards, so I'm going to try my luck out. And the prize is a $250 card to shop there, so then I'll head over to the kingdom and see what my dad's doing. Just after 11:30 and I dropped all the groceries off in the kingdom. Now I'll head on back into WHO-ville and make lunch, and then I'll check my bingo numbers and see if I am any closer to getting that $250 card for the store, because that would come in handy being able to buy that much food and goodies and stuff. So let's head back to WHO-ville and have lunch. Then at 1 p.m. I'll come back and see what we're doing today. Almost 12 p.m. and I just made it back from the kingdom. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out and start lunch. Then at 1 p.m. I'll do the weather. Almost 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's -2 degrees Celsius, which is 28 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. Looks like it's going to be a nice day, so let's head inside, let the dogs back in, and go over to the kingdom and see what we're doing this afternoon. Just after 1 p.m. and I made it to the kingdom. Yesterday I went to check the mail and it looked like our Jim Carter package came in. It is very tiny right here as you can see, but there was extra cost on it. It came collect, so we had to pay an extra $23 and we got it shipped up here for $232.52. So my dad was right. It was pretty much $250 for this little itty bitty box. Now I'll head down to the shop and see what my dad's up to. I'm pretty sure we are moving the big drag that is just in behind me here. We have to get Aggie out, one of our cats, and move it out of the way so we can get the little box trailer out and fill it with some more kindling. Looks like my dad has the mini out, so let's go find him. Looks like my dad found another tree in the bush, so he just pulled it out. Now he'll come over to the big double Z drag and fluff it up. That way it's not stuck to the ground, because when we hook onto it with Aggie and pull it out, we don't want it to get stuck. Plus he'll probably get that big rock out from the middle. Got the double Z drag broke free. Now we'll head over to our wood pile and fluff it up and move it out of the way so we can get the drag over there. We're not doing any dragging today, just moving it around. That way it's in an easier spot for when the snow comes. In behind the house over by the long trailer, you can see some tracks back here. Looks like we had a fox running through the yard. I know it wasn't my dad's dogs because the tracks are too small. Look at that. And they're pretty fresh too. These are some of the trees that we're picking up during the summertime here, and we just dumped them off to the side just to get it out of the way. Now we're going to fluff it back a bit so we can get the double Z drag in behind them and around the corner there so it's out of the way for winter. Once we get the big trailers empty, we can come down and pick up all these trees. Once those 2 trailers that are over by the flag tank are emptied, we will come down and pick up all these trees and stuff. There's lots of firewood left over. This was just from the summertime. We were running around picking up a bunch of trees and that. You can actually see in the bush here, there's even more fallen trees. So I'm sure one of these days we'll go in there and clean those up as well. My dad will be a few minutes pulling all those trees back and making room for the double Z drag, so I'm over at the shop and I'm going to fill up the 2 tubs here and put them back in the shop and the hoe shack, that way I don't have to do it later. 1:30 and I just got both of the tubs filled. The one's already in the shop, this one goes into the hoe shack. The reason why we are moving Aggie, which is the cat right there, is so we can get this trailer out and back in with a few loads because I need the room. I don't really have anywhere else to go. Now I'll head back over to my dad and see if he's done. In behind the box car now, and it looks like my dad has 2 piles made up here, so the next time that the big trailers are empty, this is where we'll be coming to get it. He did a pretty good job cleaning it up. Now we can get the double Z drag in here and our other drags all lined up. My dad is just moving this brush pile over a little more so it's easier for us to access, and then we'll go over and get Aggie started and bring the double Z drag around here, and then the other drag will come down tomorrow once we're done with it. The reason why we are going to be parking the drags here is because it's easier for the Mini to come out from the hoe shack in this way than it is to go all the way around the house and the yard looking for the drags. Now my dad will attempt to push the brush pile down over by the rest of the stuff there. Looks like he's not having any problems. It's easier to do this than to get the cat out and move a bunch of things around just for it to push this little brush pile down. Hopefully he doesn't get stuck. It is pretty icy here, so he should be okay. He got lucky and was able to get the brush pile down here no problem. It sure is slippery. I almost fell and wiped out right there as well. Wouldn't be good for me. That'd be 1 for me and 2 for my dad on slipping and falling in the kingdom. Almost 2 p.m. and it looks like it's starting to snow again. My dad's gonna go park the Mini. He's not putting it away yet because he has to do a few more things, and we'll go around to the other side of the shop and get Aggie started and hook up to the double Z drag, and we're gonna park it right along here. Over by the shop, and now my dad's just doing a quick little check on Aggie, and then we'll get it started. Hopefully it starts up no problem. It is pretty warm out here right now. 2 p.m. we got the double Z drag into place. That was a rough ride sitting on the back of the tires there. I grew up riding on the back of the drag all the time. It was pretty fun, but we clearly do not have enough snow. Now my dad will park the cat. We can start cutting up some firewood and switch out the quads. Just after 2 p.m. and I got the quad out of the hoe shack, we ended up just pushing it out because it's a pretty tight fit. Now I'll bring this quad back over, put the windshield from there onto my quad, then I can take this one back home. Hopefully it has no more problems. And then my dad wants to take a look at this, but we're going to leave it outside till he's done organizing the hoe shack. Got the quad switched out, no problem. This one here has to go onto the left hand side because my dad has to work on the right here, so there's lots of room for my dad to get around. Now we'll put the mini away and start cutting up some firewood. I already have the wagon and the wheelbarrows out and ready to go. 2:30 and now we'll fill up both of the wheelbarrows and the wagon, then they can go away and we'll be officially done for today. It is starting to snow out here, but the sun was trying to make an appearance as well, so it's very strange weather for November. Just after 2:30 we got the wagon and the wheelbarrows filled up and put away. I'm officially done in the kingdom, so I'll head inside and grab my dog treats and go back to WHO-ville and do the weather at 5 p.m.
Okay, 5 o'clock in the kingdom, and I've been hiding in the shop here. Yes, working on the 46 Chevy truck. Yes. Oh, yes. All right, so over here, I sat on the bar stool like Norm and enjoyed my beverage. Yes, it's called a beer. Yes, Norm never went anywhere without his beer or his bar stool. So he sat here playing with the electrical wires. And just like Blackie Lawless, Black Forever, and Was the song. Yes, so we're having fun. So we did all the fuses. We put the inline fuse like that. And then we, how would you say, put them two to one. All right, so that works out good. That'll be tomorrow's project if I'm sober, installing it in the 46.
5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's still -2 degrees Celsius, which is 28 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. It was a pretty nice afternoon until it started snowing, but as you can see, it has stopped again. So let's head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, 5 o'clock in the kingdom. It's dark on a Saturday and it's not snowing. It's actually a little rain. Yes, rain. Unreal. So we parked Aggie by the green toy. Yes, because they're both from the south, so they feel good together. Yes, and over here, I just stocked up the wood stoves. Yes, because it's raining. Yes, unreal. So it's going to be slippery tomorrow, but that's okay. That'll be my third fall in a week. Hopefully not. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and make a video. And look at all this wood. Yes, and look at the flags in their natural state of being limp. Oh well, I'll talk to you guys later.